This is the Tristan Law Show. If it's your first time here, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm Tristan Law, semi-retired pro wrestler, and today I'm your host. Well, WrestleMania 42 was promised to New Orleans. The Rock made an announcement, but now it's off the table. It's scrapped. And the new frontrunner is Las Vegas again. Look, WrestleMania, it's not just a show. It's a global tradition. It's cities fight for the honor to host WrestleMania. WWE made a promise to WrestleMania. Well, WWE made a promise to give New Orleans WrestleMania, and then they backed out last second. Now, Las Vegas may become the default city for WrestleMania. So today, we're going to definitely look into what do you lose if WrestleMania stops rotating? Is WWE choosing money over the fans? And is WWE killing the soul of WrestleMania? We're talking about WWE selling out WrestleMania, and we're going to be starting with the city that's left holding the bag. We're talking about none other than New Orleans. New Orleans was supposed to get WrestleMania 42. It was originally set for the Caesars Superdome, and it's supposed to be coming next year. But then what happens is that an announcement was made, and because of that announcement, you got a bunch of fans sad now that they're not going to get WrestleMania. Well, you know what, too? What the problem is? The problem is The Rock. The Rock came out. The Rock announced it. You know, he said live on SmackDown. He said, SmackDown's going to be coming back to WrestleMania's going to be coming back to New Orleans. When I hear, personally, that WrestleMania is going to be announced into a certain city, if it's not close to New York, I'm not really interested. If it's not close to Florida, if it's not on the East Coast, I don't even mentally say to myself, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and go to WrestleMania. Las Vegas, I dabbled with it for a little bit, but once I heard that MetLife was getting SummerSlam, I decided, you know what, it's not WrestleMania this year for me, it's SummerSlam. But wrestling fans did not want to hear from The Rock that WrestleMania was going to be in New Orleans again. What fans really wanted from The Rock was to see him versus Cody Rhodes. But nah, we didn't get that. The Rock decided that he wanted to come out there on national TV and pretty much say that finally WrestleMania is coming back to New Orleans. And Johnson, a TKO board member and 10-time WWE champion, said that next year, 2026, WrestleMania 42 is going to be live from the Superdome, one of the greatest cities on earth, New Orleans, Louisiana. So the question is now, how great is New Orleans? Because they're not getting WrestleMania anymore. WWE already had everything in motion, but instead, the greatest city, right? The one of the greatest cities on earth, New Orleans, they're now going to get UFC 318 this year. Next year, they're going to get Money in the Bank, and then maybe they're going to get a WrestleMania in the future. They don't even have a date confirmed. I don't think that pro wrestling fans and UFC fans are a crossover as of yet. Some may enjoy one may not enjoy the other, and you know what? That's naturally fine because they've been at odds for a long time. But WWE promises promises New Orleans that they're going to get a WrestleMania and haven't even confirmed the date. Let me tell you something. With every single thing that's gone down so far, I trust a scammer with my bank account more than I do with the WWE with that news. That's just straight facts. So, why Vegas? Why would WWE turn their back on NOLA, New Orleans, the Big Easy, so fast? The answer lies in the desert, not dessert, but desert. It lies in the desert and in the dollars. WrestleMania 41 in Vegas was a financial home run. You can't even deny that for a second. Las Vegas is built for massive events just like WrestleMania, the Super Bowl. You name it. If it's a big event, New Orleans, Las Vegas is ready. They don't have to do anything but just give you the keys and say, go ahead and have fun. It's turnkey when you go to Las Vegas. Pro wrestling journalist Dave Meltzer says that Vegas wants major sporting events every single year. I think that Las Vegas wants to be a monopoly when it comes to live sports and entertainment. They want the Super Bowl. They want the Final Four. They want the college football national championship. And they probably want Beyonce too. Why I think it's probably so, why they want to put it in Las Vegas? Probably one reason right here, and I'm about to show you right now. Nick Khan. Nick Khan has deep ties to Las Vegas, and he is one of the WWE, well, not even WWE, he's one of the executives right now. One of the big rigs is it's Triple H and then him, right? But fun fact, Nick Khan also worked at WrestleMania 9. That's Nick Khan right there in the green t-shirt. And you know where WrestleMania 9 took place? Las Vegas. And now he's the boss. Imagine that, coming full circle. But when you look at Allegiant Stadium, the stadium that's in Las Vegas, the stadium that hosted not only a Super Bowl, it hosted a WrestleMania, the one that we just got, it hosted a SummerSlam. It's unique due to its combination of cutting-edge technology, its architectural design, and its role in revitalizing Las Vegas. Las Vegas is turning into a major destination for sports and entertainment. Specifically, its features include a retractable natural grass field and a translucent roof. Great, no problem. We're going to go ahead and bring WrestleMania to Las Vegas because they have a see-through roof. I don't know, but I'll tell you this, when money talks, WWE listens. So what does that mean for the fans? That's the real question here. WWE doesn't think that New Orleans could match Las Vegas's numbers. In pro wrestling, if you ask me, when semi-retired pro wrestler, Tristan Law, if you're your first time here seeing me, one of the most important things in pro wrestling is your word. You're taught that day one. When you tell somebody you're going to do something, you do it. But you know what? WWE is not ran by a wrestler. It's not ran by anybody that has ties in wrestling. It's ran by business people. You know, anything could just flip-flop on a deal in a heartbeat. But if TKO feels that Las Vegas is superior to NOLA, the Big Easy, New Orleans, then why go back the following year? Under TKO, though, business is priority. That's number one. And as a shareholder, I respect that. I appreciate that. WWE, TKO, thank you for making my dollar longer. But WrestleMania, it's no longer a sporting event. It's a profit machine. WrestleMania has come a long way from WrestleMania 1 in Madison Square Garden, hoping that it could work. WrestleMania has come a long way from WrestleMania 2, where it was in 3 cities at one time. WrestleMania has come a long way that now everybody wants to fight for WrestleMania. WrestleMania is becoming more like the NFL or UFC in the way, the Olympics, in the way that cities handle it. Like I said, cities fight. They fight just to have the Super Bowl, the Olympics, and WrestleMania. Why? Simple. Money. That's what it really breaks down to, is the almighty dollar at the end of the day. Somebody's got to pop the popcorn. Somebody's got to do the security. Somebody's got to run wires, build sets, park cars, sell merchandise. Somebody has to do it, right? And it brings in a lot of money, not only for the local economy, for the state, for the town, for the city, but it also brings in money as well to the people that live there. Look, New Orleans, people running around New Orleans after Katrina and stuff like that, they're not running around millionaires by any chance. Don't get it wrong. Louisiana does so much to woo companies. They give major tax breaks to entertainment conglomerates to woo them in. Hey, we'll go ahead and give you this tax break. Please come to New Orleans. But there's only one thing money can't buy, and that is a legacy. Let's talk about what makes WrestleMania feel so special. WrestleMania, it's supposed to move every year. New city, new culture. The WWE is supposed to move into the town, into the city, and just soak up the culture. It's supposed to soak up the vibe. You get iconic shows like, let's see, WrestleMania Toronto, right? That's iconic. You can get that scene, that set anywhere else taking place in where the team in I don't watch baseball. The team in Toronto where they play baseball. The Sky Dome. I think it's called the Sky Dome. I don't know what they call it these days. I don't know. We're going back, right? You don't get images like, ooh, this one here is one of my favorites here. You don't get Orlando, right? I remember being there. The right side of the stage coming out, I was sitting down there on the bottom at Orlando. You got even ones like Dallas, right? Indoor, big star. Everybody getting ready for WrestleMania. You also get places like LA, places that make it feel so unique for WrestleMania to be there. Cities have become WWE for the whole entire week that they are there. If you've traveled to or ever lived in a city during the week, a couple days before the week of WrestleMania, and during the week of WrestleMania, and you have no idea that WrestleMania is even there, are you even alive? Atlantic City for WrestleMania 4 and 5 was the last time that they had a back-to-back WrestleMania. Las Vegas wants to turn WrestleMania into a residency, just like Celine Dion, Janet Jackson, and the Backstreet Boys. Real quick though, did y'all know? I did not know that the Backstreet Boys were going to be doing a residency at Las Vegas in August. I don't know. I might have to go at the end of the month, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're here to talk about WWE selling out WrestleMania. Let's talk about the people who feel this the most. The fans in the cities that keep getting skipped. If you ask me, I think traveling fans, they love the adventure. They love the new locations. Like for me, I've been to 3 WrestleManias. I've been to 29, 33, and 35. Those are the 3 WrestleManias I've been to. And out of all those cities, the one in Jersey, 29 and 35, I live in New York. So it's right across the river, cross the bridge, pay $10,000, you go to, you have a great time. Even parts of New York City are indoctrined with everything that's happening for WrestleMania that weekend. WrestleMania brings almost 200,000 extra bodies to the area. People travel from almost every state and various parts of the world just to see WrestleMania in person. The trek to a place you'd probably never have a reason to visit. Let me tell you this. There is no reason on this earth for you to ever say, you know what, I want to go sit on traffic in the middle on I-95 to go to MetLife Stadium. There's nothing over there. Yeah, they got the big mall over there with the theme park and stuff like that. But other than that, if it wasn't for WrestleMania, there's no need for you to ever want to go over to that side. But listen, local economies though. Local economies thrive on WrestleMania season. Real bad. You got hotels, you got small businesses, you got small pro wrestling, indie pro wrestling promotions too that thrive off of the whole entire thing. Small pro wrestling. WrestleMania brings in $200 to $215 million every year to the local economy. WrestleMania is more than WrestleMania. It's Raw, it's SmackDown, it's NXT, it's Fan Access, it's independent pro wrestling companies, and more. Pro wrestling during WrestleMania week descends on a town like the military trying to capture a city. Repeating cities like Las Vegas, it locks out Philly, Atlanta, New York again, and international spots like Tokyo and London. But if WWE keeps going back to Las Vegas, will it make it feel a little bit more predictable? Will WrestleMania feel just as special if it's in the same damn place every single year? I don't know. But I tell you this, there's a reason why Christmas is once a year. Imagine if you could walk into a store every single day if you celebrate Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, you've been into a store during Christmas. Just walk with me. Imagine if you could walk into a store and every single day Christmas items were on sale. It wouldn't be special. There is no FOMO, the fear of missing out. But they're talking about making WrestleMania more than once a year? It's gonna come to Las Vegas more than once? Does that make any sense to anybody that is listening to this right now, that is watching this live on YouTube? Because if you ask me, it doesn't make a darn bit of sense at all. Listen, imagine if your birthday was more than once a month. If your birthday was more than once a year, and you can throw a birthday party every month, believe me, after like the second party, your friends might stop coming over. You know why? Because they're going to catch the next one. Because your birthday party is once a year. Because you only have one 40th birthday, one WrestleMania 41, one WrestleMania 42. Because it's that special, it makes it, you have to watch. You have FOMO, fear of missing out. So now, New Orleans and Las Vegas wants WrestleMania every single year? I don't think so. I think if New Orleans wants Las Vegas, if Las Vegas wants a special event, they should have a special event. They should have a special event like they do in Saudi Arabia, right? Like Saudi Arabia has. There's no reason why Las Vegas can't have a special event, but it can't be WrestleMania because it takes away from the prestige. But maybe this was TKO's plan with WWE all along. Turn Mania into Vegas's crown jewel. So every few years, this is going to become our normal? Nah, don't set me up for that. But I tell you this. Reports say that WrestleMania, like I said, reports say that WrestleMania could become a reoccurring thing in Las Vegas. Not yearly, but more often. Aye. Would you be excited if you knew that it was going to be in Las Vegas every single year? I tell you this, it would have to be something really special for me to go out there. Make sure you interact with the poll. In the poll question, right? The poll question, sometimes I forget, should WrestleMania be exclusive to one city? Some people say yes, some people say no. Maybe it's a person that lives in Las Vegas. I don't know. Maybe you want to come to your city, state, and town. Could this lead to a Big Four rotation anchored around Las Vegas and Saudi Arabia and a few key cities? Maybe, you'll have it floating around where you'll get Money in the Bank in one city every single year. You'll get WrestleMania one city every single year. SummerSlam. I mean, okay, fine. WWE did do a residency in Brooklyn to where SummerSlam was back-to-back for, 2 or 3 years consecutive? But that was before, anything other than WrestleMania became a cultural phenomenon. WrestleMania was the creme de la creme. It was a cultural phenomenon. You had to be there. At the time, SummerSlam was one of the big four, but at the time, SummerSlam was like, all right, cool, this is what we do during the summer. But now, SummerSlam going 2 nights, football stadiums, it's giving you that WrestleMania feel in the middle of the summer. You know what? Give somebody else a chance. Give somebody else an opportunity. Here's my question, and I cringed when I thought about it. What it would be like if Vince McMahon was still in charge? Yeah, I know I shouldn't be talking about Vince McMahon, but I'm just saying, what would it be like if he was still in charge? Would Vince McMahon sell out? But Vince McMahon is a businessman. Maybe Vince McMahon would go to where he sees the highest dollar. I don't know. But I got some final thoughts. And a warning for WWE if they turn WrestleMania into another spectacle. I did not know that Backstreet Boys were going to be in residency in Las Vegas. I might have to go check that out. My honest opinion, though, is it a good business move for WrestleMania to be in Las Vegas every single year? Look, if they're paying, why not? Is it good for tradition? Nah, not at all. Not good for tradition at all. The tradition is every single year you get excited. I never forget for WrestleMania 24, sitting in a Hooters bar, restaurant, in Orlando, right across the street from Universal Orlando when I lived in Orlando. And I never forget when they announced that WrestleMania was coming to Orlando, the whole entire roof blew off of the place. It was so exciting just to find out that your town is getting WrestleMania, that your town is cool enough to have WrestleMania. I want every single person in town to be able to go through that as well. Let me go to the chat real quick. Irish Wrestle Talk, what's going on? They say, I think anything is possible now. They obviously made a lot of money in Vegas, and it's all about the money. They should give they also give Saudi some massive events in the next few years. Yeah. Look, like I said earlier, thank you for your message. Like I said earlier, if it's not about the money, then what is it really about? Like, I know it's about the money, but we got to keep some kind of tradition somewhere. It's like people say, oh, they don't celebrate Valentine's Day because they don't see the specialness in Valentine's Day. It becomes a Hallmark holiday. But what if WrestleMania just becomes another Hallmark holiday where they give us WrestleMania every single month? When it comes to WrestleMania, though, it's not just about wrestling. It's about giving the fans and cities something to believe in. WWE is flirting with overexposure and fan burnout if they make WrestleMania predictable. If you know, oh, well, next month WrestleMania is going to be again in Las Vegas, and 2 months later, WrestleMania is going to be there again. It takes away the prestige of WrestleMania. Las Vegas can get their own big WrestleMania-esque moment because the WWE does it for Saudi Arabia. So if that's the case, call it something else. How about Double or Nothing? Okay, fine. I know you can't call it that. But based on everything that I've seen and everything that I've learned about this whole entire thing, about New Orleans getting screwed and not getting WrestleMania anymore, that they're now getting UFC, Money in the Bank, and maybe a WrestleMania down the line, I learned and I feel that WWE is selling out WrestleMania. Now it's your turn. If it's your first time here, you know I love that fan interaction. This ain't about WWE. This is about us. Tell me how you feel. Do you want Vegas to stay in law? Do you want Vegas to be the exclusive home to WrestleMania, or do you want it to move away? Tell me what city you think deserves WrestleMania. I wasn't a real big fan of WrestleMania going international, but with Netflix and the way that things work and they play it the time that it's live, you know what? I'm okay with it going international now. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of The Tristan Law Show. If you like what I did today, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend. If you got here a little bit late, go back to the beginning and watch it again. I'm Tristan Law. This is The Tristan Law Show. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.